नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियो लोकलाघवमानां परां दृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्य गोप्या हृदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रं युग्मं मृजन्तम् कराम्भोजयुग्मेन शातकनेत्रम् मोहश्वासकाम्बत्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठा स्थितग्रैव दामोदरां भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेषिताग्नेषु भक्तैर्जितत्वं पुनः प्रेमतस्तां शतावृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चन्यं व्रणेऽहं वरिषदपीह इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबाला सदा मे मनस्या वीरस्तां किमन्ये इदं ते मुखाम्भोजमत्यान्तनीलै वृत्तं कुण्डले स्निग्धरक्तश्च गोप्या मोहश्चुम्बितां बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्या विरास्तं मालं लक्षलाभै नमो देव दामोदरानन्तविष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदीनां पतानो गृणानेश मामग्नामेधाक्षि दृश्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धा मूर्त्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितो भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मे स्थिदामोदरेह नमस्तेऽस्तु धाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायाथ विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीया प्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यम्
Hare Krishna, everyone. Good morning. Sorry, I'm a little late. When you go in the intricate design of painting, then you get lost of the time. Worshipping the day is so wonderful. So I'm not gonna try to acknowledge the presence of our wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis due to the time limitations. And it was also raining a little. So I ran from the temple to the car, non-stop. From the pujari room to my car, I was running so hard because I know I'm running a little late today. So please forgive me. So we will be reading the Damodar Ashtakam, and before we read, we would like to offer our humble obeisances at the dust of the lotus feet of Satyavrata Muni, who has given us wonderful prayer that we can learn so many things from his prayer. So other day we finished the Damodar Ashtakam number 3. So we will be starting from number 4 today. Varam deva moksham na moksham vadimva nachanyam brune aham varesad apiha idam te vapur nata gopala balam sadame manasya viristam kimanye. O Lord, though you can award all kinds of benedictions, I pray to you neither for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor for the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor for any other such boon. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bal Gopal in Vrindavan may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use do I have for any other boon beside this? Wonderful prayer. So this word Varam Deva Moksham Na Moksham Vadimva. Vara means desired of boons. So this verse is to describe the subject asking the Lord for boons. I think it will continue on text number 5 also. These two verses is Satyavrata Muni is asking different kind of boons. Of course, bhakti should be a haituki bhakti, which means that we are meant to perform bhakti without any motivation. Bhakti has no cause. Ahaituki aprahita, apratihata, yayatma suprasiddhati. That there is no obstacle in performing bhakti, and our motivation is uttama bhakti, the pure devotional service in which we are interested in performing should not be done for the purpose of fruitive results, neither for the purpose of achieving liberation, nor the mystic perfections. So verse 4 and 5 are concerning the idea of boons and why one worship Damodar. First of all, he addresses as Deva. So Deva means all supremely effulgent one. Demigods are also called Deva. But here, particularly in this verse, Satyavrat Muni, he used the term Deva means the Supreme Lord, Supreme God of all, Master of all. But it may be also be Lord who engage in wonderful sweet pastimes. Sometimes we see the residents of Vrindavan. The gopis may refer to Krishna like that, Deva, that he is their worshipable Lord. So it has the different meanings. On one hand, it is used by someone as a respectful title. And on the other side, one on call, Krishna, calls in that way all devas, means my worshipable personality, who is everything to me. Iha Vaisat, he is requesting from the Lord of Vrindavan. Varam Deva Moksham na Moksham Vadimva Nachanyam Rune Aham Varesad Apiha. Varesad means who bestowed any boon. So I'm worshipping you, my dear Lord, and you are capable of bestowing any boon at all. I know that because you are the supermost of all personalities, you are Swayam Bhagavan. You are the original personality of Godhead, so I'm worshipping you who can give me any boon. So now one thing he says, Varam na Vrune, but I do not seek any boon, although you can bestow all boons. I do not seek any boon. And what kind of boon normally other people seek? So first of all, moksham vadhimva. He said that I don't want moksha. So moksha we know is the fourth goal of human life. Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. And prayer is, I do not want this dharma, artha, kama or moksha. I do not want this type of liberation which leads merge into your existence as Brahman. Because I merge within Brahman, then there is no possibility of knowing you, because you are known only by devotional service. And once I merge in Brahman, I lose my own individuality, and I and you become one. Therefore, that type of liberation is unacceptable, and I don't want that. So he's making sure what he is actually asking. Then moksham vadhimva. What is moksham vadhim? It is a superior type of moksha. That moksha which is granted to those who goes to Vaikuntha, who live with Lord Narayan. And it is mentioned that there are 5 types of liberation. First one is that impersonal liberation, which is a sahajya mukti. And there are 4 types of other muktis mentioned. Shalokya means to live with the Lord on the same planet. Salokya, same planet. Shasti, opulence, equal to the Lord. Samipya, living close to the Lord. And Sharupya means body similar to the Lord. So many gopas, that's why, we were reading all the gopis, they look so similar. Unless and until we find, we won't be able to recognize who is who. And I think while we are in this material world, we need to start knowing all of them. If you have a Sakya Bhav, then you should dwell on all the gopas, every gopas has particular way they appear all the time. So you can distinguish easily if you have the knowledge that this is Subha, this is Madhumangal. Just by the way they act, the way they speak, the way they walk, and the way they dress. Everybody is different. But we need to spend the time to know those personality very well because we have to get their shelter ultimately. So we have so many things to learn while we are in this material world because we have to get used to of those personality. I do not even want that type of liberation, those four type of that I mentioned. So no, so far between the comparison of these two, moksham vadima, it is attained by those who are niskam bhaktas, those devotees who has no material desire at all. And they are able to go to Vaikuntha and enjoy unlimited bliss by serving the Supreme Lord. What to speak of Goloka Vrindavan. They can take part in the Lord's pastime in Vaikuntha, eternally residing there. And certainly, this type of liberation is never available to Brahmagyanis. The Gyanis who worship Brahman can never go to Vaikuntha. So actually in this verse, there are three things which will be mentioned by Satyavrata Muni. Moksha, liberation, and then this Vaikuntha liberation. And the third thing he says, na chanyam, and any other things. So these are progressive boon. First come liberation, and better than liberation is Vaikuntha. And better than Vaikuntha liberation, as he will explain, ninefold process of devotional service, which you can render in Goloka Vrindavan. So he said, I don't have any other desire for Vaikuntha liberation. Why? Because he said, I do not even desire Ananya Anda, Ananyan Cha, the ninefold process of devotional service. Why? He quoted the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Sanatan Goswami has supplied the verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, which mentions, O Lord, we pray that you let us be born in any hellish conditions of life, just as long as our mind and heart always engage in the service of your lotus feet. Our words are made beautiful by speaking of your activities. As tulsi leaves looks beautiful at your lotus feet. And as long as our ears are filled with the chanting of your transcendental qualities, so this proves that Bhakti Anga superior to the Vaikuntha. Why? Because even in here, even in the hell, if you can perform the Bhakti, it creates Vaikuntha atmosphere. So it must be more powerful than that process which awards another liberations. In other words, the performance of the ninefold devotional service, hearing and chanting, etc., are transcendental to any situation. Because you can do in heaven or you can do it in hell. But at least it can promote you up to Vaikuntha. So now he says that I don't want Vaikuntha liberation. I already says I do not want any regular liberations that the four type that we discussed, mentioned. I also do not want Vaikuntha liberation because I don't want anything else, such as ninefold devotional practice. So he is rejecting even the ninefold devotional service. And you may say, why he did not want ninefold devotional service? That means I do not want any result of anything which he will show that I want you, Lord Damodar. I do not want anything else. That's all. He wants to see Lord Damodar face to face. Nothing else can satisfy him. I do not want to perform anything which gives me anything except you. So sometimes we see Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam may lead to liberation in Vaikuntha. So he is not interested in ordinary Shravanam, Kirtanam. When he say Anyacha, when he say I do not want anything else, means I don't want process which is only going to take me to Vaikuntha. So if you do chanting and hearing in the process of Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, that what we are doing, it leads to Vaikuntha. If you chant at least 16 rounds a day and follow the 4 regulative principles, you will go back to Godhead. But which Godhead you will go? If you just chant on the basis of rules and regulations, and if you just chant on the basis that if I do not chant, I will fall down, that means your chanting is based on rules and scriptures. It is based on the principle of fear, and that does not lead to Goloka Vrindavan. It leads to Vaikuntha. And that's why he says, I do not want the Vaikuntha by following the ninefold process of devotional service. He says, Idam te vapur nata kophala balam sadame manasya avirastam kimanya. O Lord, your form of yours, the cowherd child in Vrindavan, may such a form as Damodar may constantly appear in my mind and heart. That's what the Satyavata man is asking. So he is rejecting all other goals, all other boons. So this is the prayer which making a request from that person who can give any boon. And he is beginning by saying, please understand what I'm asking. I'm not asking for normally been asked for. I don't want liberation. I do not want Vaikuntha. I do not want anything else except you, my Lord Damodar. And I want to be able to associate with you. Who is the cowherd boy living in Gokul Goloka? And I want to see you ever manifest in my mind in such a form. So the Lord is Antaryami. What does it mean by Antaryami? Means indwelling Lord who is situated as super soul within our heart and mind of the devotees. So when one becomes perfectly self-realized, he can see himself and he can see the Supreme Lord. And his vision of the Lord, although situated within his heart, it is so clear that he is seeing him directly before him. He is not asking to see the Lord in the front of him, but he wants to see within his own heart. In this particular prayer, it will go gradually more and more as we read other verses. So this is called Antardarshan, means to see the Lord, behold within our heart. So he's praying, may I behold this pastime of yours within my mind and heart. So Sanatana Goswami says, now may Krishna ask that if I have to offer the above mentioned 3 boons, which is certainly very valuable, would you accept them? Kim anye, the last 2 words gives the answer. The answer is, what is the use of all these things? like moksha. So when Krishna is attained, everything will be attained. If I get you, I will get everything. What is the use of all other things? And without Krishna, no other things has any other value at all. Even if you offer me, I will not accept it. Then Krishna may ask another questions. Sanatan Goswami says that although you may not pray for all these three boons, accept it. Would you like to see me directly conversing with you in four-arm Narayan form? Kim Anye, what is the use of all other boons? I want you, Krishna, as a small cowherd boy. So Sanatan Goswami is trying to give us an understanding of each and every word of this verse. The time has reached, so I think we should stop here. Somehow or other I lost my one pen that was favorite pen. Somehow or other I took it unnecessarily to the temple. But what can we do? Once we lose it, lose it. So with those thoughts, always remain happy, jubilant, and we will continue the verse 4 tomorrow. Sanatan Goswami will give us some more in-depth meanings to that verse. So unless we hear from this Acharya by reading the prayer, it doesn't mean anything to us. We just simply seal, even when we read the translation, it doesn't give us the import of this prayer. So we need to seek the shelter of those that they have the realizations of everything. So it's already 6:56. With those thoughts, always remain happy, jubilant, and totally fearless. And whoever you come across, give them a kind word that their life can also become successful, joyful, and fearless. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful Vaishnavas and Vaishnavi, despite their engagement of the family affairs, working, but still they join early. So my salute to them. So please accept my humble obeisances at dusk of your lotus feet. For these, all those devotees who join from Aurora, Illinois, Cartondale, Houston, India, Newark, New Jersey, Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Austin, Alachua, Tempe, Phoenix, College Station, San Jose, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baton Rouge, Baltimore, Portland, Dhaka, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, and New Delhi. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.